Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, so I got these tires off Amazon for 35 bucks. They are the CST Rockhawk 29 by 2.4. And basically, I'm gonna go ahead and install these on my wheels, and we're gonna see how nicely they install. It seems like they have a wire bead. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'd like to add that nowhere on the tire does it actually have a tubeless marking. So, I mean, the listing on Amazon said tubeless ready, but there's no markings here that say that these are actually tubeless. So who knows? They have rotation marking there. The sidewall just kind of feels kind of thin. These were the old tires here that I'm replacing. These are, I was running Specialized ground control grid. The 29, these are tubeless, 29 by 2.3s. As you can see, I got 2 bacon strips in this one, 1 bacon strip in this tire here. So these tires are typically price range anywhere from $70 up to $90, maybe even $100 a piece. So I wanted to try these guys right here. The tread pattern's a little more aggressive, but the tires are 35 bucks, so maybe it'll be a win, maybe it'll be a loss, who knows. Let's see. Okay, where'd I put my damn wheel? Oh, there it is. All right, so first thing what I'm gonna do is, this is my rear wheel. It's already taped. I have Stan's tape underneath this tubeless tape. These are Roval wheels that came on my Specialized Enduro. I was running these tubeless, and I plan on doing the same in perpetuity. Okay, well, now let's see. Let's see if I can get these on. Rotation that way. I might be able to do this by hand, or maybe not. Let's see here. Usually I could just pinch these on by hand. Centered. A little slack there. Okay. It's pretty close. I'm gonna use one of these tire levers just for the hell of it, so I don't bust up my thumbs. Okay, that side's on. Let's see here. Let's see if we can pop this guy on. Ooh, that's going on easy. And there you go. Okay, so that's on. I did that side by thumb. That kind of worries me though. So I don't know if I'll be able to air this up dry. Let's see if we can air it up dry by hand. I don't think it's going to work because it seems like the bead's a little loose. Yeah, this isn't gonna, no. What? It's airing up. No, it's not airing up. It felt like it was airing up. Okay, maybe not with the pump. So let's hit it with some compressed air and see what happens. Okay, so my Presta valve is installed and I'm gonna hit this with some compressed air. This is not ideal. Usually I go with the valve out to get more air rush in, but let's see if this will work. Nope. Looks like I'm gonna have to take the valve out. Okay. I was hoping these beads would actually be tighter. It seemed like it felt really loose when I was putting it on. I don't know what's worse, having a bead that might be too loose or a bead that's too tight. I think I'd rather have it loose so I don't have to like use some hardcore tools to put the tire on. I mean, it's on there. I think it's, let's see. So valve is out now. There we go. Wow. Okay, so I just put the Presta valve back in. That was the trick. I had to pull the Presta core out to get that initial surge of air. But there it is. Wow. Oh, come on, man. Get off of there. I'll reseal that. I'm gonna put sealant in it anyways. So right now it's dry. There's no sealant in it. No sealant in the tire, but that's it. It's seated pretty nicely. That's the 229 by 2.4. The bead went on really easy. I probably could have done it by hand on the first bead, but I didn't want to like kind of bust my thumbs up, so I just used a little plastic lever. It popped on easy. The second bead went on by hand. Tire is on. There's no sealant inside here and it's holding air. So next step is going to be put sealant in here and it will be done. Let's see what happens when I remove the Presta core, and if this comes unseated. Let's see what it does. Okay, so the bead is kind of like staying in the wheel. Now I'm going to say now I can use the floor pump and air it up and it will work. Yes. Yeah, so floor pump works now. with the Presticore. That's so easy money there. All right, 2 ounces. That's all I'm gonna do. It'll do us right there. Nice little 2 ounce treat there. Yeah, drink that up. Drink it up. Oops. I prefer putting my sealant through the valve, just so I don't have to break the bead on these freaking tires every time I top off the sealant, because it's really annoying. Like every 2 months, 2 or 3 months, I top off the sealant and I go through the valve. It's a much more pleasant process rather than pulling beads off and stuff. Okay. We are sealed. Sweet. Whoa, shit. I always put Teflon tape on my valves when they come out and when they go in. It's just a habit, because these are a failure point, and if you do get air leakage, it most likely will be from your valve core not sealed properly. Okay, sealant is in. Let's air this up by hand, since we're already mostly seated from the initial air hit. .40 psi, and all right, cool deal. I think these are gonna do good, man. These are gonna do. I have a good feeling about these. Front tire is done. There you go. right, that looks pretty good. It's definitely wider than the 2.3s. Lots of clearance. Let's get this rear on here and see what this looks like. Let's see. Let's see if this guy will fit. Mr. Chain, there you go. All right. And release the clutch, and let's see what we got here. Is the chain on? Yeah, it's on. What the hell? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good enough for me. Yeah. I think I can work with that. Let's get this bike off of here. Oh yeah, meaty tires. So there it is, the CST Rockhawk, a $35 Amazon special, 29 by 2.4 on my Specialized Enduro. There is plenty of clearance on the rear, an entire middle finger. And the front is clear. Can't wait to try these. Sweet. Hopefully they do good. It's gonna either be a nail or a fail. We'll see. I can't speak for how these, man. I mean, the rubber feels really tacky. I thought it was gonna be like a really hard rubber, kind of like what you find on, like, I don't know, a Walmart bike or something, but it actually feels really sticky. I can't speak for the durability of this tire. I don't know. This sidewall kind of feels kind of thin, honestly. But when I compare it to my other tires here, it feels almost the same. These might be worth it, guys. I don't know. I'll post a link for these tires in the description if you guys want to try them. I'm gonna beat the piss out of these things. If I can get a few hundred miles out of these, I mean, $34.71 a piece. It's a freaking bargain. I mean, you can buy 4 of these things for the price of 2 of those. So let me know what you think. I'll do another video later with, like, maybe my thoughts on how they're going, maybe like an update after a few hundred miles. But I'm planning on ripping these things up. I'm gonna beat the piss out of them. See if I can rip the sidewalls on these. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.